おお、喋らない気分になってる。ああ、違う違う違う違う違う。で、よし。紫がいいかな。よし、よかろう。OK。そっか、これ×が決定だから、ちょっとボタンを間違えないようにしないといけない。明るさか。ああ、間違えた。全体の音量を下げめに。うるさい。音質は多めに。左右書いてあ、反転ってことか。字幕オン、難易度、ノーマル、ロード中央場所。OK。走る、切り替える、イマジネーション、才能、推理空間、知名度、係数押す、操作、移動カメラ、行動の選択、タッチパッドも使える。はい。さあ、人はいないけど始めていくぞ。こっちで。よいしょ。あ、そうか、ここからスタートか。変な中盤からスタート。寒そう。ここはでけえな。なんかアクションが始まるんだよ。 始まんなかった。あれアクションから始まんなかったっけ。気のせいでした。あ、そういえばシャーロック・ホームズ FGO は出ませんでした。悲しみが深い。
Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Miss de Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
前なんだこれは。でこれやったぜ。こう、あ、違う。こう、ゼムさんもやってたけど全然操作が難しいんだよなこれ。こう、こう。そう難しい、非常に難しい。これか。とりあえずお話を聞きましょう。はい。
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police? They don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
なるほど。
Obviously. Your clothes are well mended and you can read. Your parents may be poor, but you are loved.
Yeah,
瞬発
well,
力も
it's just the two of us now. My mother died when I was a little one.
That's just one more reason for not leaving you. Your father doesn't seem the
充電してく
irresponsible
だ
type.
さい。
He's very good to you.
Well, that's right. But he has no fixed work, so he often takes odd jobs for the day, 'cause that's all he can find. Only this time, he didn't come home.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job, but this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself. What do you mean, sir?
え
Nothing.
Ah,
I
しま
was
した。
digressing.
行っちゃうの
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
失敗した。
Poor child. Holmes, you should help him.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
ああ、これで、これがこれじゃない。これは今使えない。これが。これの次のページを見るにはどうしたらいいんだ、これ。これか。あ、これだ。これ。はい。あ、これで1日。
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
これは
My archive. I can always consult with it if...
これは
My archive.
一緒ね。はい。
A map of London and its surroundings.
はい
Could be useful.
便利。
My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
分析。微妙に操作しづらいな、これ。あれ。で、これで、なんか、変装ができるんだよね。とりあえず普通でいいです。服着ましょう、服。催事用。医者。アクト。目視。スポーツ。電気。街灯。街灯がかっこいいよね、やっぱり。お出かけしちゃうもんね。これはまあ操作の時以外はいらないか。あ、そういえば先日ロンドン行ったんですけど、友達がね、好きでね、見に行ったんですよね。なんか今出たような気のせいでした。ああ、ホームズの家行ったわ。121の B だっけ。
What some documents our adventures in here.
とりあえずいいかな。上に行けんのこれ。行けねえ。あ、でもそうだった、そうだった。こういうの階段登ってっていう風に入ってたね。いや、懐かしい。 タンがわかる。長いこと苦しんでる。あ、しまったな、失敗したな。酔いそう。
These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk.
せやな。
North Street. North Street.
なんか質感がリアルだよな。なんだっけ、ドーセットストリート、どうせ
Dorset Street.
ドーセットストリートの14、12、13、あ、違う、80、ここだな。2階のなんだっけ、いいとっさに丸と×を間違ってしまうから。
'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes.
あ、なるほど。お
I
話
hope
しよ
you'll
う
find
ね。
my father soon.
スタンダー
Ah,
ド。
so that's why you came to see me. Tom probably reads at night.
びっくり。びっくりって何？
Tom probably.
はあ。なんか使えるんですか？
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
かなり溜まってますね。
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young too.
裏も
Hearst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance.
頑張ります。持ち物が増えた。なるほど。青いところはもう見たいって感じ。あ、手が見たいか。
Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup, a clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance.
Please, sir, find my father.
It's too dark. I can't see anything. The old Tabard pub, North Street.
OK。ちゃんとヒント出してくれてんだな。遠いか。
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
あ、そっちじゃないんだ。
A leather satchel, what's in?
Huh. はあ。また余計なこと言ってくれたやつがいたもんだな。あれ。
Just some old things.
終わり。一瞬だけ目玉マークが出るんだけど、なんだ、もう終わったからいいのか。まだやってないのあったね。
George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand.
これはもう調べたやつ。他にもなんかある。これだけ。
The old Tabard pub, North Street.
Please, sir, find my father.
グリグリして動かしてきついな。とりあえずこれに行きたいな。じゃあ走るか。あれ、家を調査せよがまだ終わってない。なんか調べ損なってる。 まだ終わってないのかこれ。
Glue. Probably taken from a wall.
あ、よかった。やっと回収してくれた。パブに行けか。特殊な仕事について調査せよ。コースストリート。お。
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, パブじゃ。パブは入らなかったんだよね。
I need to earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
Arm in arm, stronger together, stronger than ever.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
ここか。あれ。ここじゃダメですか。
Dump the bosses off your backs.
ん？あ、あれもあるな、あれもある。
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers. No gods, no masters.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol.
Hmm. ひげ。耳真っ赤やけど大丈夫かこの人。ひげ。飲み物は水ですね。
This must be the man that I'm looking for.
見張る。え、何？時間を好き。マジかよ。押しとくだけでいいんかい。あ、帽子かぶった。
interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
はあ、ストローブリッジ。
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Fuck.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I don't want to go with you fucking everybody. I don't take a part of it.
I couldn't pay the rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
なんだ、3回怪しまれたら負けなのかな。じゃない、4回か。引っかかった。
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
マジ
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what...
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
ラッキー。
Stop crying and get to work.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
めんどくせえな。
Take a brush and get in there. What are you waiting for?
どうすあ、ダメだ。失敗です。へえ。
Ah, I've lost him.
もう一回もう一回。ここからか。あ、家の中通るのか。
Stupid kid.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
What are you waiting for?
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stupid kid.
走れよ。
Please, you don't have to beat him. I'll do it. I'll clean the chimney.
Go on then.
あ、こうか。そういうことか。急げねえのこれ。かなりギリギリなのでは。あれ。
He's still here. That's a relief.
どこ？どうすんの？向こうに渡れんの？失ったらじゃん。どうすんの？これか。あ、遅い。気づくのが遅かった。して続ける。ああ、そういうことか。はい。おお。その通りです。そうやって降りるの。
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
No place to hide here. I'd better go through the yard.
Oi! What are you doing in my garden?
いや、良い身のこなしですね。あ、そこかよ。ほんと無駄に見つかったな。
shoeshine Jim from Chamber Street. He's mute because his drunk stepfather beat him. Hey, Jim. Can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
シークレットミッションって言っちゃうっていう。これ靴磨きしないといけないんだよな、確かに。靴磨きの手順とは、まず泥を。
Hurry up. I should remove the dirt first.
最初に泥を落とした方がいい。置く。これでどうするの？これ
Did you fall asleep?
はい。そして、これ何？はい。
What are you doing? I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning.
違う。マジ知らねえよ、靴磨きの手順。
He's talking with a cabbie. I need to get closer.
Alas, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now.
はい。
I've lost him.
もうしたんだけど、
I can't lose him now.
そういうレベルで。靴磨きの手順知らねえよ。粒組梅。
Interesting. What's going on in the yard? Locked.
Security とは一体。
Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Bags of food. I like this house.
Potatoes.
I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter.
そうだね。
Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it.
優秀絵が描
Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
もういいかな。Facebook を開けば聞き逃した買い物を確認できる。はい。
Wiggins' tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job.
Sure. なんか、じゃない、記号じゃなくて、違う。間違えた。これと×が逆なんだって。気象と勲章。
That's not the one I need.
こうか。神聖なる。
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
これか。マーシュさん。
Here it is.
Here it is.
So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
But you'll make Watson jealous.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs.
これ
Hudson?
は成功したんじゃないか。よくわからんけど。これ調べてですね。これか。これ1個失敗したんだよな。マーシュ教。
It's wonderful to have Kate home.
なんかこれの前作で。
Go, go, Mr. Holmes. I'll take care of everything.
My analysis table. It's useful.
手紙。 人物マーシュの家感性の法則。
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear? It won't and can't happen.
人間らしいじゃないか。
Come in, please.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
まあ、とりあえず保留。5回目資産病気薬鎮痛剤個人書資料送る何かじゃあ体調不良ですねいいんじゃないでしょうか
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance?
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, Dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Romantic.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you. But I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
Despite my title, yes, I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help. Is there something else that interests you? I'm gratified by your interest.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. Lord Marsh even helps hospitals.
病院。神田封をされた書類。
I've never heard of this man. I've never heard of this man. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster.
ないわ。見覚えない名前でしたわ。
Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this god-forsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
Is there something else that interests you?
I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord's house. It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. It's extremely honourable to do. Bags full of food. It's shut tight. It's shut tight.
壁紙剥げてまんねん。トムはいつか。トムだな。はい。とりあえずじゃあファーストね。もう開ける。開けちゃった。残念。もう合わねえわ。合うんかーい。見えない。まああるだろうな。まあこいつらは合わない。まあ合わねえだろうな。もう終わっただろう、そろそろ。
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful. A ramrod to clean a rifle. Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. This oil can also be used on weapons. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
今選べるだけは全部選んだな。紋章について調べることと犬を連れてくること。
Here it is.
まさか48時間後に彼らに撃たれることになるとは。
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep.
ワンワン。イーグル。
Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
あ、いってらっしゃい。これ。これ。
Search, Toby. Search.
くんかくんか。スハスハ。ほうほれワンワン。こっちか。ワンワンをワンワンワンワンをちゃんと犬は白黒にしか見えてないっていう芸が細かいぜ。やばいでしょ、犬の嗅覚。やば、激ヤバ。 スハスハ、2つとりあえずこちら
It's only a garden shed. Let's go on. What's in there?
Entonces, 基本ハエが飛んでて汚い。
Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage. Pile of rubbish.
Rubbish.
Just some old things. Ordinary storage.
Ordinary storage. ここ扉じゃないんかーい。
Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside.
Try to get inside. Far. え。す？違うこれ。OK。この鮮やかな流れるようなピッキング。
News clippings on lords in the education program. Why are they here?
Here.
Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents.
Daniel, David, Edgar, いないね。トーマス・ケリー、トーマス・ケリー、ウィリアム・サッチャー、ウィリアム・サッチャー、パトリック・タナー、パトリック・タナー、レジナド・ステープル、ステープル、ジョン・ストロブリッジ、ストロブリッジ。
All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files.
何か知らなくていいことを知ってしまったようだね。あれ違う。あれ忘れちゃった。もう人来てねえからいっか。はい。あれあ、そう。とりあえず全部やっちゃえ。負けない。あ、はい、かけない。かけない。全部と終わりですな。1個また手がかりが増えたと。合ってるかは知らんがね。
A map of Epping Forest.
どこやねん。なかったか。うん。ほう。
This case must have been full of cartridges.
Keys.
There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
Huh. Soだな。いやー、全く持ってこまったやつだな。
Just rubbish.
あれこれか。ピングフォレストってことは森だな。は何か。
There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
まだある。関係ない。はい。はい。なるほど。分かるんです。 まだお願いで。そういうことだな。新たな事実。ファーストは何やら知っているぞ。それではマーシュの家に調べ込むぜ。コラがうまい。
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
The window is firmly shut.
ピキね。1。で、持って。OK。
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
見つかっちゃったよ。見つかってしまった。
Will you break anything else?
じゃねえ。
I'll try my best.
どうしたらいいんだ。隠れる。瞬間的にどこかに隠れる。そんなことが可能なのか。俺、間に合わなかった。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
飛ばせねえ。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
can hide here.
なるほど、先に見つけとけばよかったわけか。フォーカス。あ、そういうことか。ちょろいもんだぜ。
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
あ、間違えた。もう用済みかな。戻しといた方がいいんじゃないか、これ。いいのか。分かったよ。
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You're going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
シーハイトル分析地図
Holmes, come here. This is serious.
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. I need to take a sample of it using the glass rod. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. I need a pipette. I need a pipette. This chemical should be applied third. This chemical should be applied second. Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope. I need a sample first. A mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, but... Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
Well, well.
It is thrilling.
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful. That's not the one I need.
普通に見たいだけだったんだ。バリツ。大変ば。あれ。回終了。地図でしょ。もうここで調べるの間違いではない。調べる。
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
あ、そういうこと。じゃあストーンオーク切り裂きジャックヒーローの研究ホワイトチャペルの殺人2回も
That's not the one I need.
Tesla.
That's not the one. That's not the one. That's not. That's not. That's. Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
今それが必要だった。
Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map.
小さい地図。フォレスト。グルなんとかオーク。ピンクフォレスト。広いな。フルストンズ。オークはどこだ。こっちもあんのか。そしてだいぶ入り組んでんな。オークルッチ。クソめんどくせえなこれ。なんかこういうところか。あった。
Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic. 凶暴。
Oh, Kate, I know what you're like. You'll terrify him. He won't dare to come back here again.
Is that what you think? I love it.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
とりあえず好感度上がっただろう。お、なんか増えた。結びつけよう。はい。なんだ？新事実。なるほど、エッピングフォレストに行かなくてはな。まだなんかあるんだね。行こう、エッピングフォレストへ。ああ、このゲームやってホームズ力を高めてからガチャを回すべきだったかもしれないな。あ、はい、続けます。で、ここに繋がるんだな。さっきと学校変わっとるやないかーい。撃たれとるやないかーい。
Let's see how long you can stay alive.
Ah, スタミナがあるね。よし。ああ。時計があるし。 星にしないであげて。あいた。隠れさせて。結構頻繁に隠れないとダメ。あいた。あぶない。結構距離開いてる。
Is that your blood in the snow? Here you are. Where is he?
割と死にそうだからね。丸一。なんだ。ちょうどいい茂み。ちょうどいい茂みだ。痛い。
Where is he?
誰？
He was poor. He was poor. This man was killed recently. The body is still warm.
Find him, boys. Find him.
また走るんかーい。結構近いな。隠れる。潰して楽しいの。あっと、やべね。結構ギリギリの戦いを強いられている。強いられているんだ。あれ。わわわわわわわわ。こっち。あ、やば。撃たれる。隠れる。よし。シャーク。わーわーわーわーわーわーわー。全然わかんない。シャルクの才能って何？よいしょ。はい、わかりました。隠れてる間しか見れねえ。隠れて、隠れて、隠れて。向こう。やいやい。どうしたらいいんだろう。これ道間違えたの？道間違えたのでは。どっから撃てるの？車線が謎。あ、引っかかった。最悪。引っかかるのはないよ。一回死 これやり直した方が早いのでは、もしかして。え、どこ行けっていう。マジどこ行けっつって。あれどうしたらいいの。向こうの方行ったし、向こうの方も行ったし、ああ。どうせい。
Don't worry, no one's going to find your body. You scampering little rat!
こっちに来た。
You don't stand a chance!
あっちだ。あら。集中車線を切らなきゃいけないのがめんどくさい。こっちか。こっちでいいのか。
I'm following your tracks!
長いのこんなの。これで。
I saw something.
だいぶ時間が経ってる。
He was killed by a shot to the forehead. My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound.
しなくてもって言われても。いやいや、小屋発見。これは行くっきゃない。転がり込め。
The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin.
はい。
This will help to dress my...
Okay.
Someone's coming, I better hide.
Ah!
Someone's coming, I better hide.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging you, festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Haikuを読め。他はあ、でもこうするしかないのか。ああ、こうするしかない。はい。これでいいのかな。待ってあ、間違えたこれ今どっち選んだ。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live, he will suffer a far greater punishment. For his ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. Look, it's already dragging him painfully and slowly to his death. Then his wealth can and will be used to support the families affected by the Quartermain Club's malevolence.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
Hello, Junjun. 結論を確認する。手がかりは全部揃ってる。別の結論を出す。はあ。じゃあはい。とりあえずあれはいいけど、撃たないという選択肢もある。これはいいし、結論も出た。こんにちは。とりあえず
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live and be arrested, he will suffer a punishment far greater than you or I could deliver. His ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. It will drag him painfully and slowly to his demise behind bars.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
Hey. どうしたらいいんだ。 うん、そうそう。それだよ。フリープレイにあったやつ。へえ。これでさ、こうしてさ。
George, lower your rifle, please.
Oh, top.
I assure you... George, listen. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But, if you allow Marsh to live, he will suffer a far greater punishment. For his ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. Look, it's already dragging him painfully and slowly to his death. Then his wealth can and will be used to support the families affected by the Quartermain Club's malevolence.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is the beheading of your victims who...
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
やってこっちに行ったらこれが死ぬ。
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
Oh. どうしたらいいんやこれ。こっちはいいんだよ。どうしたらいいんだ。まあやっぱりダメなことはダメだよ。ダメなことはダメで、打たない、打つ、どうしよう。チラッとしなかった気のせいか。これにするとなんかさっきとコメントが違ったよな。
George, look.
Ho! Tom!
I assure you...
By...
George, listen to me. He would die, but if you allow Marsh to live, his ball and chain, it will drag him pain...
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
ここであわあわわわわわわってやってるうちに。
Mr. Hurst, you have already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
Hmm. さっきの無実無実のままほっといたらどうなるんだ。 そのパターンはやってないな。うん、なんかゼムさんもこういうことをやっていた気がする。放っておく。
Let's go. Not just yet. Don't do... Detective, take a look here.
This... Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
父ちゃん殺すのもよくないけど、こいつ殺しても面白くないでしょ。
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
なんか選択肢によってなんか変わるのかなと思っていろいろ見ている。やっぱり有罪にして父ちゃんを撃ってみるか。いろいろ結末が違うんじゃないかなと思って今適当にいろいろやってるんだけど、なんか正解があるのかなこれ。そもそももはやそれがわからない。関わる感じなのかなと思って。どうなんだろうなっていう感じ。まずはここなんだよな。あ、違う違う。どっちでもいいのかこれ。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom.
Detective, take a look here.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
放っていやあ
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
うん、まあいいや。よくわかんない。この事件のセーブデータが。関わらないのかな。えい。マシューはひざまずいてる人だった。なんかよくわかんないけど貧民街の人を殺して楽しんでいたらしい。殺さなかったら殺されてる。けどなんか終わり自体はあんま変わってないんだよね。ホームズが殺すか、あとさっきの口がってなってる人が殺すか、あとホームズがってなってる方の人を殺すかどうかみたいな。何なんだろうなこれ。このシャーロック・ホームズのこのゲームのあれがよくわかんない。続ける。はい。
Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's Bowling Club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
Lawn bowlsの大会に出るにはどの加工かというとスポーツウェアでしょ。帽子とかかぶれなかったっけ。おやつにドーナツ。変装したいわけじゃないからな。スポーツやりそう。じゃあこれでいきましょ
う。Holmes, are you really sure you want to wear that?
This? Everyone dresses like this at the club.
That should be a sight worth seeing. I only hope our charming neighbor won't spot you like that.
帽子はいらない？でも他にないよね。スポーツウェアがいいよね。やつもなくなっちゃうの。いや、やっぱスポーツウェアだな。OK ですよ。
Shouldn't we hurry?
はい。いろいろし。
My archive.
いつでも見られるけど、いつでも見せてくれねえんだよな。
My bag with lawn bowls for the upcoming tournament. Who chased his own tail again? I should walk with you more often.
まあよくわからんが言ってみるか。クラブ、ああ間違えた。どうも丸をしてしまう。選択はあんま関係ないのかなこれ。さっきの事件は終わった。これ次の事件。全部で4つとか5つとかあるみたい。自分には無理そう。
Mr. Holmes, you played very well yesterday. I'm obliged to you, Sir Charles. I play many outdoor sports. That's the key to my success. My friend Dr. Watson has decided to join me.
Really? Mr. Holmes, would you like to see the first prize? A rare stone Mayan quiche calendar.
Mayan quiche?
Indeed. Their legendary king, Tekun Uman, has his statue just behind you. Although this one is a cast metal copy.
That? Oh.
Well, since only members may enter the clubhouse, we have exhibited the calendar outside. Please explore.
帽子かぶってんでもよかった。
Good luck, Holmes.
Good luck, Holmes.
The statue of Tekun Uman.
なんか仕切りウトゥンドゥみたいな。
This statue is made of metal.
What a beautiful day for November.
太極拳してる。
Arthur is in the final with you know who? Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Oh, exciting!
Holmes.
The first prize, the Mayan quiche calendar. What a spectacular season. The great tournament of the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club.
It's a great fight. Did you see the first prize?
無理無理。
This'll keep Watson happy.
I lost to the quarterfinals, but the green was wet.
やってるじゃねえか。
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Are you ready to begin the final game?
Yes. Let's start the final.
麦わら帽子みたいなのかぶってもよかった。手持ちのボールを1投目の白いマーカーボールに 近づけるように投げて相手をちまかそう。狙いを定める。し続けて拡大する。はあ、お、これに近づければいいわけだね。はあ、し続けて拡大。狙いを定める。投げる。取り消す。お、いや、お、いい感じじゃない？わりかしいい感じじゃない？そうでもないか。あ、うまいぞあいつ。ずるい。すごいぞ。ちょっと強すぎる。多少的には悪くなかったね。お、ちょっと弱いかな。いや、案外転がっていくからいけるのでは？いけたのでは？良いのでは？大変良いのでは？あ、同じ、あー、負けだ。ダメだ。これはちょっと転がりすぎ。むずっ。くそうまいんだけどあいつ。押してったし。え、そういう場合はどうなるの？え、白いボールを転がしちゃってもいい系なんですか？狙いをし続けて拡大したところでって。ちょっとさっきですよ。よいしょ。いや。なかなか良いのでは？良いのでは？え、すごいのでは？完璧なのでは？あ、急に下手くそになった。ここだー、いけー。あれあれれれれれれ。あ、これ案外こうカーブをかけてくるのが嫌だし。これどっちが勝つんだ？より近い方が勝ち。より近い方が勝ちならうちが勝てるぞ。あ、勝った勝った勝った。よしよしよし。一番近いやつにすればいいわけね。ほっ、これぐらいでいいかがでしょう。さっきよりもだいぶ中盤あたりにやってきたのではないか。そしてここだー、イエーイ。案外曲がらないんですけど、ちょっと行き過ぎなんですけど。あれ難しいな。 あれ、さっきはわりかしいい感じだった。お、いや、まあまあ良いのでは。あ、行き過ぎなのでは。あ、行き過ぎたのでは。あー、ボールの軌道が難しすぎる。はいはい、クソゲー。これはクソゲーですわ。あ、結構近い。素晴らしい。お見事です。おっ、止まるまでに時間があーがー、ダメだー、ダメだー。カーブかけてくると止まるまでが案外かかる。やばいな、このままだと負けてしまう。ああ、こいつさんどうもどうもいらっしゃいまし。さっきあそこに行ったんだ。むずい、普通に。これぐらいでどうだ。いや、良いのでは、良いのでは。あ、ベリーグッドなのでは。あ、素晴らしいのでは。最高なのでは。あ、これは勝ったのでは。勝ちなのでは。やったのでは。やったぜ。ああ、まだあんの？何回やんねん。何回やんねんな、お前。結構曲がることを考えると。お、道徳的選択はあんまりストーリーには関わらないのかもしれない。今軽く調べたところにこれぐらい。あ、なかなかに慣れてきたのでは。あ、すごいのでは。完璧なのでは。てかこれ何回勝負なのもっと決めてきますね。あ、強い。これは強い。さらに弱めに。あ、いや、待ってよ。もうちょっと。お、いけ。いや、これもなかなか良い投擲なのでは。ちょっと遠いか。あ、いい、カーブをかけて。ああ、ジャミルさんもどうも。ちょっと強すぎる。懐かしいでしょう。あ、いいのでは。あ、完璧なのでは、これ。あ、素晴らしいのでは。ああ、最高ですね。あ、いいっすね。これは勝ったでしょ。完全に相手が消化試合にしてきてる。これは勝ったでしょ。 そうだよ。ゼムビッシュが苦戦してたあれだよ。あれをもう一度やろうっていう、そういうあれだよ。ちょっと手前すぎた。なかなかいいでしょ。これは勝ったでしょ。え、あ、何そう、逆回転をかけてきて。おーおー、マジ？え、あ、いや、勝ったな。よし、完璧。大勝利ですわ。あ、5点入った。まだある？終わり？終わった？終わったね。よしよしよし。
Congratulations on your game, Mr. Holmes. Exceptional. The awards ceremony will be tomorrow morning. See you then to receive your prize of the calendar. I trust you will be there as well, Dr. Watson?
Unfortunately, I'll be unable to attend tomorrow. Duty calls.
Ah, what a pity.
Let's go home.
See you tomorrow, Mr. Holmes.
事件現場ね。喋れる。
My congratulations, Mr. Holmes.
あざーす。これは調べられないのか。
Only club members have access.
こいつから会員証抜き取ろうぜ。とりあえず結論というものがあって、あ、テロのやつか。うん。じゃあね、じゅんじゅん、また。いろいろ見えてるね。あれ中なんか馬とか電気とかなんか水とかなんかいろいろあったりするね。最後の章のやつ。礼服みたいなやつだったっけ
な。Oh, Daddy!
Hello, Mr. Bouvier.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Well, Caitlin?
Your costume!
Oh, don't you like it?
Oh, I do!
Caitlin, come on. Show some respect for your father.
とりあえず保留。ほう。リスかなと。自殺未遂でしょ。ネックレス。あ、指輪はしていた。じゃあ、あとはネックレス。まあ、魔術的な品でしょう。はあ。
You know, Father, Miss Alice was telling me all about her travels. She has already toured the world with her own father.
Your daughter is exquisite.
And just to think that she was aboard the Orient Express when it was attacked. What a dream.
Indeed.
She's so creative and imaginative. And that reminds me, would you allow Caitlin to visit me so that she can practice playing the piano?
まあ、ホームズはあれだから。
It's very kind of you, but I decided that Caitlin should stop playing the piano.
Oh, Father, why did you say that?
Caitlin, we are neighbours. We'll meet again. Until then, I shall leave you with this book.
選択間違えたかな。
Thank you, Miss Alice.
あ、これ何？もう着替えた？せっかくだから帽子かぶっていこうぜ。まあやる歴史マヤ文明ガテマラ。
Here it is.
24時間は配信できないな。切られるから。様変わりしたな。ちょっと待って、今までワトソンの部屋だと。ワンワンオー。
Who chased his own tail again? I should walk with you more often. A map of London and its surroundings.
何しろって？よしよし。はい。今日はどうしようかな。とりあえずご飯の用意ができるので。というかまあ晩ご飯を食べるまでです。まだ事件は起こってないよ。これから起こるんだよ。
The statue did it. It killed Zacharias.
Calm yourself now, Sir Charles. You've had a shock. Let the police do their duty.
What can a mere inspector like you do about it? You don't know anything.
A mere inspector? Phew. And now here comes Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, are you here to receive a prize as well?
Very amusing, Holmes. You can go home. The ceremony's been cancelled. We've got a murder scene here.
Really? And to think I only came here for my prize.
I know, Holmes. I saw your name on the list of finalists. So go away.
You're not going to congratulate me?
What? Do you really think I'm that naive? You turning up out of the blue and then bam, a murder? There's a surprise.
Oh, you're making a spectacle of yourself, Lestrade. Let's just pretend that I'm a simple consultant, your humble assistant.
Oh, all right then. A club member, Mr. Zacharias Greystoke, was killed at around 4 in the morning. There. Now don't mess around.
I promise that I won't, Inspector. What do you make of the facts?
It's quite clear. The murderer intended to steal the Mayan calendar. He was caught by Zacharias Greystoke. He then took up the first weapon that came to hand, the statue's spear, and killed Greystoke. Then he fled, just as Sir Charles was coming out of the club. Unfortunately, we've been unable to find any trail beyond the club's wall. It's as if the murderer vanished into thin air. Well, take a look for yourself.
Did you search the clubhouse?
What for? The murder took place outside.
はーい、現場を操作します。話せる。
At your service, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you, Mr. Holmes? At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Scratches on the stone.
ああ、どうもどうも。これはまああれですよ。謎解きゲームですよ、ただ。
Traces of metal on stone. Traces of metal on stone. The iron mounting rod is broken. The surface is damaged. Traces of metal on stone. It looks like the statue broke away from its pedestal.
はーい、おつです。
This spear came from the statue on the pedestal.
なんだこれ？ノートだろ。開けろよ。
Money was left in.
財布なんかーい。
Zacharias' folder with some documents.
そもそもザハリアスって誰だよ。
These drawings represent the Mayan symbols. Dry leaves. They make a noise. Zacharias probably walked across them. The case is scratched and dented. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This watch is valuable and old. It's been through a great deal. All valuables were left on the victim. The strike was powerful and well aimed.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
If I believed Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder. Sir Charles, are you able to tell me in detail what happened?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Well, to prepare for the awards ceremony, I decided to spend the night here at the club. I was sitting alone at my desk when I suddenly heard a loud, metallic sound and a terrible shout. I hurried outside and I found the body of Zacharias. And I swear it, I saw the statue of Tekun Uman running away.
「高価な石と見せかけて粗悪品である」まあそれまあ社交的ですね。 政党シンボルなら政治活動でしょう。退役軍人。また退役軍人か。既婚者。ああ、間違えた。
You saw the statue running?
It was dark, but yes, I'm sure of it. It was running, and it was making the most horrible metal sound as it did so. And can't you see, the pedestal is now empty.
怖いな。
Did you know the victim?
Yes, of course. It was Zacharias Greystoke. He was a club member, and an excellent bowler.
But why was he here so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know.
Sir Charles, where did the Mayan calendar come from?
It was donated anonymously. We received it shortly before the tournament, with a letter asking that it be awarded to the winner.
Is the calendar valuable?
Not really. It has historical value, of course. But to be truthful with you, Mr. Holmes, it isn't worth very much.
May I go in the clubhouse?
It's members only. I cannot authorize anyone unless that person has a written warrant from the police. A murder at my club. What a disaster for our reputation.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
A broken branch. Somebody jumped into the tree and then over the wall. And what about the statue?
No idea yet. I imagine a thief must have taken it somehow.
Right, so there were thieves, and they were very well equipped?
Yes, must have been. Then there's also Sir Charles's version, but...
Please, go on.
He said this morning that he was alone at his desk when he heard a shout. He went outside and saw Greystoke lying on the ground, and... Believe it or not, he said that there was no one else on the green that night but the statue itself running away.
You mean that the statue might have killed the victim? Interesting.
Absurd, more like. Besides, it was dark and foggy.
So, somewhat like your version, then.
あ、そういうこと？
No, it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that.
こうではない。投げる、降りる、踏む、死ぬ。
No, it wasn't like that.
踏む。投げる。倒れる。逃げる。これでどう？
No, it wasn't like that.
違うか。踏む。投げる。逃げる。死ぬ。
No, it wasn't like
こう
that.
じゃない。マジで。クラブ。これか？うん、大きな金属音と叫び声が聞こえた。で、ザハリアスが死んだ。あれ？他にはあるのか。お、何を有効にする？あ、クラブから現れないといけないのか。なるほどなるほど。ちょっと最初からやります。まずは大きな金属音と叫び声。投げる。踏む。投げる。合唱して叫び声が聞こえるので現れて逃げていく。これでどうでしょう。死んでる。ガッシャンガッシャンガッシャンガッシャン。
It looks as if Zacharias was killed the moment he approached the calendar, and killed by the spear from Tukunuman's statue that jumped from its stand and escaped over the wall.
But what? 次はどうしよう。
Pieces from the pedestal. Traces of metal on stone.
Well, Holmes, your conclusions as my consultant?
My conclusions are approximate to Sir Charles's testimony.
Oh dear, you think the statue did it?
Everything points to the fact that the spear was thrown from the pedestal, and Mr. Greystoke appeared not to notice the killer.
Indeed. The journalists will be ecstatic about your version.
I would like to examine the victim and take a look at his belongings.
Oh, you've amused me at least, Mr. Holmes. Very well. I'll grant you authorization for the examination at Scotland Yard, but nothing more.
ヤードに行けばいい
You're still here?
の。おお、ハルボーさん、お久しぶりです。また懐かしい人が来てくれましたね。
Thank you for coming so quickly, Watson. Lestrade already has the victim's body in the autopsy room.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes. I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
Okay.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
ではない。いやー、子さんは喜ぶべきものだと思いますよ。
Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. An ordinary pencil. Money was left inside the wallet. Oh, Zacharias had already translated some symbols. The Mayan calendar. Here's a chance to have a closer look.
重そう。
Interesting. What are the symbols here? I'll need to redraw them. I could use this dictionary to translate the calendar's glyphs. They are the symbols that were drawn on the Mayan calendar. The papers from Zacharias' folder. They can help us to translate the Mayan message.
はい。まずめんどくせえな。これがこれはい選ばれしかいいえどっちかを選べってことか。いや適当にふふふ何事も楽しんでいきましょう。こっちが違うのか。違う。めんどくさいなあ。あった。はーい。また帰ってきてやってたらまた来てね。またもうそうこれあったような気がする。あった神殿を乱すものには呪いが他はあるかな。 買収してきちゃった。聖なる神殿を乱す者には呪いが選ばれし者だけが呪いが降りかかりおつみたいなあったよみがえりしか右に鱗がニュニュニュって感じ。あ、これか。これどう？
I don't think so.
あ、違う。
Cursed will be anyone who disturbs the sacred temple. They will meet their death by the risen statue. Only the chosen will have mercy. It's not only a calendar, it's a curse. Zacharias Greystoke, a member of the club, was killed as the curse decreed.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
It was a powerful throw. The spear pierced right through the body.
Red eye. It looks like a serious infection. Traces of alcohol were found in the stomach. Apparently Zacharias had been drinking before his death. The coroner mentions in his report some specific cardiac and digestive system damage.
This is where the spear entered the body. The murderer aimed for the heart. The weapon must have been thrown by a strong and skilled person.
It's possible that the link between Zacharias and the curse is at the archaeological club. I'll need a search warrant.
These scars are old.
ずいぶん激しい古傷やな。特に今はないな。令状を手に入れるか。開けて。入れますよ。ほら、令状よこせ。
Aren't you supposed to be investigating those cases of yours instead of bothering me?
Good day to you too, Inspector. I have a small favor to ask of you, a search warrant to investigate the murder at the club.
No, no, and no.
めちゃくちゃ否定されてる。怖いんだな。 日酔いだろうな。不足で二日酔いなのに機嫌はいい。
Since I'm without the warrant, I should find something else to do. By the way, do you know if Sir Robin is currently in town?
I have no idea. And why on earth should you even think that I might know that?
Well, I believe I may have solved a case about, let's say, a salacious inspector.
No, it's not what you think. Nothing dishonourable happened. Go on then. Take your warrant.
So, he refused to give you the search warrant?
Oh no, I've got it. I won't need you for a while now, Watson. I'll see you later. 'There's no need to disturb Lestrade for the time being.
ということは、これは持ってればいいのかな。ああ、ガム噛んだろ。いてててててててて。
Sir Charles, I have a search warrant. I would like to take a look inside the clubhouse.
I see. Here's the key, but I do protest. A murder at my club? What a disaster for our reputation. I heard that Zacharias was killed by the statue's spear.
The late Mr. Blinkhorn's collection. The late Mr. Smith's collection. The late Mr. Sutherland's collection. The late Mr. Roberts' collection. This metal globe is very impressive. Some bits are missing. Some bits are missing. These antiques look quite valuable. These trunks have just arrived. They're from Zacharias Greystoke's antique collection. It appears that it's a part of a gold statue from Guatemala. Solid gold. It's worth a fortune. This piece has been cleanly and intentionally cut. Interesting. The men who own these collections are all... Zacharias Greystoke. I wonder who this man is. It's Sir Charles Yellingham, the director of the club. Guatemala, 1881. I don't think this is a bowls tournament. The photograph appears to have been faked or damaged. I'll take it. Ah, Sir Charles was once a captain in the guard. The 50th birthday of Lord Stevenson. Charles Yellingham has a large family. Interesting. It appears that the club is unable to pay its debts to the bank. A message to Sir Charles from Zacharias Greystoke, the victim. Sir Charles, you informed me that you didn't know why Mr. Greystoke was here at such a time.
That's correct. I have no idea.
But in fact you do. Mr. Greystoke wrote to you about him coming with another person to visit.
Ah, well, yes, that is right. He raised a scandal about the Mayan calendar, so he wanted to see me before the ceremony. But I don't know exactly what it was that he wanted, or who this other person he mentioned might have been.
You have a fine collection at your club, with one disturbing thing in common.
Oh, all the items are from our club members.
But only from deceased members, including Mr. Greystoke.
Yes, but it is a rule of the club that all our members undertake to donate their personal collections to us in the event of their death. A murder at my club. What a disaster for our reputation.
It appears that part has been painted over. I need to find out what's underneath. I need a... Let's gently remove the paint with a soft cloth. Aha, there's another person in the photograph.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Look here. There's a person with a swollen eye who was concealed within this photograph. A dispute of some kind, do you think, Watson?
Possibly. But it appears to me a characteristic symptom of a rare tropical disease that is found in South and Central America.
South America! Brilliant, Watson!
Happy to help.
Is it deadly?
Well, there is a chance he survived.
I shall ask Sir Charles, but who knows what he'll say.
I have an idea. There is only one hospital for such illness. The Hospital for Tropical Diseases. I have friends who work there.
Oh, yes?
Well, the chances are slim, but I'll pay them a visit. If he's in London, they would have seen him.
I found this photograph on your wall. You're in it, but do you know who these men are? Particularly the gentleman with the swollen eye.
Oh, him. But that's poor Mr. Albeit. He died from fever during an expedition to Guatemala 14 years ago. We were searching a Mayan Quiche temple, but everything went wrong. We were unable to enter the temple, and the expedition ended in disaster. I'm here, and here is Zacharias. And there is Bernard Marley, another member. He's over there, near the pedestal. By the way, he's the fellow who built that terrible statue. He created it, must have been 10 years ago.
Albeit was a club member. Where is his collection?
Well, the devil if I know. We never did locate it. Mr. Marley is over there, near the statue's pedestal.
Poor Sir Charles. A crime at his club, it's a terrible thing.
Mr. Bernard Marley, I presume. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I have to ask you about an expedition to Guatemala.
Shh, not here. It's too dangerous. I'll give you my card. Visit me there where we can talk.
Keaton Street. Gumballs Road. Excuse me, where is Grub Street?
It's that way.
Keaton Street. Possum Street. Excuse me, where is Grub Street?
I don't know.
Possum Street. Cranny Street. Grub Street. Hello there, my man. Is your boss in?
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
Something large and heavy was dragged here. Fresh scratches. There were 2 large boxes. Hello there, my man. Is your boss in?
Ah, he's in his office. It's the door near the female statue in the corner of the workshop.
Apparently, Marley has built multiple statues of Takunu-man.
Mr. Holmes, you must forgive my escape at the club. It wasn't a safe place to talk.
And it's safer here?
Yes, better here. Not my office. I have secured my foundry, you know.
Ah, reassuring. Did you know Zacharias Greystoke, the victim?
Yes, he was a brave friend. Such good karma until yesterday.
Do you recognize the unwell man in this photograph?
By Jove, albeit. Yes, that's him. The poor fellow met his end in Guatemala. He was struck down by a terrible disease.
You were friends?
Not really, but he was an active member and a courageous man. Too courageous. You can't fight against the Quiche gods.
And what of the expedition? You were seeking a Mayan temple?
Yes, the temple of Tekun-Uman. Another one of Charles's stupid ideas. We found it, but there was some kind of strange force that prevented us from entering. An evil aura. It was Tekun-Uman's emanation. We could all feel it. Albeit its disease worsened suddenly, there was nothing we could do. And now, with Zacharias' death, the curse has reawakened.
After 14 years?
Prophecies are timeless. Even in the beyond, there is no escape.
Did Zacharias believe in the prophecy?
It is not a matter of belief, don't you understand? Zacharias was convinced that we could stop the curse by studying the calendar. What insanity! He sent me a message. He wanted us to visit the club and try to convince Charles to remove the calendar from the awards ceremony.
But you didn't go?
I knew Charles would refuse. Anyway, studying the calendar wouldn't help. Tekun-Uman is far too powerful.
Your relationship with Charles Yellingham is...
not friendly. Well, it is reciprocal. You know, most of his expeditions are failures because he is too focused on his hypothetical career to be in politics.
He has political ambition.
That would be an understatement. He has ambitions for the House of Lords, and the club is his means of achieving this. It's also the reason for his disastrous management. But he still succeeds in finding money. I wonder how.
What's your opinion on Takun Uman's statue having disappeared?
I don't know, but I have nothing to do with it. Nothing.
But in fact you do. You made the statue.
That's true. But it was 10 years ago. You can't blame me for that.
Don't you think so? After all, it is the statue that is responsible for killing.
No! It's Takun Uman. But who could imagine that a simple statue replica would be chosen by Takun Uman? Nobody. I have to leave you now. I've got paperwork to do. And we've spoken too much. He could hear us. Takun Uman. Well, goodbye then.
A furnace for melting metal. A drawing of Takun Uman. No oxidation. This metal arm has never been outside. It's not part of the bowling club statue. This mechanism is quite modern. All the gears are of good quality. Strange to find it in a foundry. 2 large boxes which were inside the warehouse. They were taken to Bernard Marley's office. It's probable that the missing crates contained pieces of Takun Uman's statue. Marley is hiding something inside his office. I'll have to visit it, but at night, and with Watson. Horse of Pedro Alvarado. He was a conquistador, I believe.
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
Caitlin's at Miss Alice's playing the piano. She disobeyed me.
Well, Holmes, I was inspired to... Oh, look here. The postman has made a mistake. He's delivered a letter addressed to Miss Alice.
Oh, he mistook 221B for 221C. Give it to me, Watson.
What are you going to do with it, Holmes?
I can't help myself. I must open this letter. I need to turn on the gas burner first. I need to open it with something. Miss Alice planned to live here because of me. I need to have a talk with her as soon as possible. I need something to apply the glue. That's it.
Don't stop playing, Kate. I'm going to take some air on the balcony for a few minutes.
I need to speak with Miss Alice first. She's on the balcony. How about telling me why you came here in the first place?
Mr. Holmes, why do you ask? I hardly think that I'm accountable to you.
Since you extended an invitation to my daughter against my wishes, I believe that you are.
So said the father, cloaked in all his severity. My word, you almost frightened me.
You won't say then. Very well. Ask Caitlin to come home now.
Oh, poor child, let her play. Such insouciance. So useful for covering up disturbing secrets. And since you intend to hide the truth from her...
What?
We all have our secrets.
You...
But don't worry, Mr. Holmes. Caitlin is a sensitive child, and I like her enormously.
Alice, come back in! I can do it, see? You're wonderful!
I like to think that the feeling is mutual. We wouldn't want her to know of your secrets, or for her to be unhappy. I have to go inside now.
Ah, Holmes, I entirely forgot. There's a man corresponding to the photograph who is a regular visitor at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases. His name is James Byron.
Are you sure? That's fantastic.
And we can visit him, but you should disguise yourself first. I'll introduce you as my colleague. Holmes, we have to go to the hospital.
それでは一旦ここまでで終了にしたいと思います。また今日のうちにやるかもやらないかも。今日はもうやめとくかな。ホームズは疲れたし。なのでまた続きは明日よろしくお願いします。それではまたどうぞ。